From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
Welcome to Ticats Today for this Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. I'm Brayden Neville, and some big news coming from the Ticats today as the three-time East Division's top O-lineman, Brandon Revenberg, has re-signed for 2 more years with the Cats. And joining me to discuss his decision to return to the Hammer is Brandon Revenberg himself. Brandon, congratulations on the new deal, man.
Oh man, thank you so much. It's great to be back. I'm fired up. The plan would be to play my whole career here, and so far I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that.
Why was it important for you to get this deal done and to get it done as early as you did?
I was just kind of open to whenever the deal kind of came my way, and conversation happened a little bit earlier, and we were able to make things work. So no, like I said, I'm fired up to be back, and couldn't pick a better place to be.
So safe to say it was an easy decision for you to return to Hamilton, knowing that you want to play here for as long as possible. You'll have a new coach next season, Scott Milanovic. What can you say about what you learned from him over the last year and being around him throughout that last season?
Yeah, he kind of came in a little bit towards the end of the season, so it was a brief stint. I'm definitely looking forward to going through a camp with him and learning more, but he definitely brings a level of discipline, and you still have fun when you're around there. You love the game, you're having a good time, but when it comes time to work, we're working.
What's his expectations he has for that O-line and for what you guys have to do on the field?
I think we basically just build off of last year, right? We're going to try to kind of keep that continuity, and that was something where I was definitely happy to be back with Beard at center. We have a few other guys that are up this year as well. So hopefully we can kind of keep that going, and more or less it's just going to be building on, right? I think we did a lot of great things last year. Always going to be some room to improve, and that'll be what we're looking to take care of, right? That little bit of improvement.
One thing that we've talked about throughout the years, and especially this season, is how close you and that O-line are, as not just on the field but off the field. But how important is that for you to be close with those guys for your performance on the field?
I think it's huge. It's one of those things where what motivates people, what's important to them, and honestly just getting to know each other, being able to goof around, have a good time, and then at the end of the day knowing that we have each other's back.
Who's got the funniest sense of humor on that O-line aside from yourself? I'm sure a lot of the guys would say you, but who's the guy cracking the most jokes? Because I know it's probably tough.
Yeah. Oh man. I think everyone kind of brings their own little thing. I'm trying to think of someone that would kind of be a little bit of a prankster like myself. I'd probably say Coulter. He'll get it on the pranks pretty quick, and he'll go pretty hard on them too.
Are there any you're able to disclose, or are those going to stay in the locker room?
I think most of those are going to stay in the locker room.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of somebody somewhat appropriate I can say. I think it's when we know who's going to the bathroom, locked up in a stall, might be some cold tub water getting thrown over the top or something like that from time to time. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's dangerous. And it's funny. Coulter is such a nice guy, so it's funny to see that he's in on that prank scene.
Oh, yeah.
I think all you guys, you have such a good sense of humor. One of those guys returning next year is Joel Figueroa, a big presence, a veteran guy. What's it like playing alongside him and having him around that room?
Yeah, anytime you get someone that has the experience that Figs has, he's just going to be an asset to the locker room and not only to your unit, right? And he definitely brings that every day. You can see the commitment he has, and it's great that he's going to be back next year as well and kind of part of the crew.
Another guy, you mentioned him, is David Beard. Since he's came from Edmonton, has been solid at center. But what do you see from him day to day and his work ethic and what he brings to that locker room as well?
Well, that's just it. He really shows that. Similar thing. He's a seasoned veteran. He knows what it takes to have a high level of success, and just the determination that he brings every day in and out to just get better.
Throughout the years, you've been successful. You've been Mr. Consistent. We've heard James Butler call you that, and people call you that all the time. But what is it do you feel that you do and what you work on to help you stay consistent on the field? And what's that mindset like for you to be that guy and to be that guy that people can depend on that offensive line night in and night out?
Yeah, I think that just kind of goes back to doing everything you can to the highest level possible and really putting in the extra time when you have it, right? Because, in the CFL, you don't necessarily have to you're not required to be there for a whole heck of a lot of time. So it's on each player to make that greater commitment, stay longer, get in the extra reps, get in the weight room, get in the training room, cold tub, do all those extra things to take care of your body and your mind to be able to perform at the highest level possible.
One guy I talked to about you, and I talk to him on my show frequently, is Brian Simmons. And he mentioned that when you were in your first training camp, he was there. He was on his way close to being out of the league. But he mentioned that from the moment he first saw you, he knew you were going to be a star in the CFL. But you've now turned into that leadership role as well as that star in the CFL. What do you do leadership wise to help those younger guys, those guys still coming up, maybe those guys in their first training camp? What kind of leadership qualities do you show?
I think the best thing to do is lead by example. So I'm going to be one of those guys that's going to be at the stadium as long as possible, as long as necessary as well, right? And just having them be around, kind of take them under my wing and show them the right way to do things and how to do things as a pro. And then kind of all the little secrets as whatnot to be able to kind of elongate your career and stay as healthy as possible as well, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it shows on the field and that cohesiveness you guys have. One thing that I was told by several players is the O-line's day is a little bit longer than some of the other guys on the team. Is that true? And what's going on there? Are you guys sticking around the field like hours after, or what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think part of it was the culture that was set a little bit before me. There's a couple guys that would stick around a little while longer and do the extra work. And that was something that I picked up over the years. And like you said, I mean, the group of guys we have in that camaraderie, it's not just work. Like, we're having a good time. We love being there, right? So, I mean, we move around. People always joke, like we're like a herd of cattle because we're always together, moving around, doing everything, right? So, I mean, we'll be together in the training room. We'll have our O-line hour, getting our treatment and whatnot. We'll be watching some film. We'll go roll out and stretch after. And I mean, when you're doing all that for a good extension of time, I mean, it keeps you there longer for sure.
So you just love being around the field and being around the guys, basically.
That's just it. I mean, it's a great stadium. It's a great place to be at. I mean, the fact that we get to call that work is just a privilege, and then the group of guys that we have is even better.
Now, one guy you got to play in front of and had an excellent season and talks about you guys being the main reason why is James Butler. But what did you see from him this past season? He'll be returning next year as well. But what was it like getting to play in front of him, and what did you see from him on the field and off the field?
Yeah, I mean, when you got a running back that can not only run the ball like a dog, just get after it, but also he can protect extremely well, you're having a great time, right? You're not worried about that. You're not worried about a free safety coming down the pipe. It's going to be picked up by Butler. And then when you do run the ball, you know that regardless if there's contact, he's going to pick up a few more yards after that. So it's just like, hey, do your job, cover the guys, cover the down line, get up to the second level if you can, but sometimes you don't make it. He's still going to run that ball hard. So it's great having him back in the backfield.
An absolute beast and so fun to watch. You're approaching this offseason. What are your offseason plans? What's that training regimen look like?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just getting back and being with family. Got that honey-to-do list back home, so I'm doing a little rental in the basement right now. And then as for training and whatnot right now, it's just kind of getting moving again, right? It was take a little bit of downtime, let the joints, ligaments, everything kind of heal up best as possible. And then start doing a little more active recovery, start working out, go to the gym, 2-3 times. And then as we get closer to the season, they'll start to get cranked up to about 5-6 days a week. So probably not till about mid-February, then it'll really start cranking up for me.
Where are you during the offseason?
I like just back home in Essex, so right outside of Windsor. Yeah.
Are there any guys you connect with on the team or around the CFL to train with, or is it all mostly just?
No, I was gonna say there's not too many guys around here. I know there's a few guys in the league from this area. I have no idea what they do though. And I mean, I'm going into will this be my 8th, 9th year with the Ticats? I mean, it's always been just me here though. So I got a great gym that I train at. The guys are great there.
Get the AirPods in and you're good. You're on your own. You're just getting it going. What do you got going on for the holidays and these next couple of weeks here?
I don't have anything planned right now. I'm sure I owe my wife a trip though. We got 2 kids and she's damn near a single mom during the season. I see them every other weekend or so. So she definitely deserves a trip. I'll have to be taking her out for that. I'm not sure what we'll do yet. But yeah, outside of that, it's really just a lot of family time, catching up for, missed time and making up for it.
Well, Rev, great to have you back in the Hammer for another 2 seasons. And I know the fans are going to be excited. I'm excited to see you back on the field in the black and gold. And appreciate you joining me here today, man.
Hey, happy to be here, man. Thanks for putting me on.